Hi, amazing people. I am Ayushi Rawat and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I am going to teach you how to convert a .py file into .exe file format. Before moving forward, have you subscribed to my channel yet? Subscribe it so you never miss an update. When you create something and you wish to share it with the world, but you want them to run your application without having to install Python, you can do so by converting the .py file to .exe file format. In my last video tutorial, we saw how to create a digital clock with Python. I am going to use the same program to demonstrate the conversion of .py file to .exe file format. This is a digital clock. So let's look at today's agenda. We'll see what an executable file is and its types, and we'll see how to convert a .py file to .exe file. So let's get started. What is an executable file? Well, in computing, executable code, file, or program, sometimes simply referred to an executable or binary, causes a computer to perform indicated tasks according to encoded instructions. Unlike a data file, an executable file cannot be read because it's compiled. A file with an executable file extension means that the file format supports some ability to run an automated task. If you wish to know more about it, you can use the link provided in the description box below to navigate to its Wikipedia page. Now let's look at the type of executable files here. Please note that exercise caution before opening any executable file, especially the ones you receive in suspicious emails or downloaded from unfamiliar website. Programs, Mac OS applications, scripts, and macros are all considered as executable files. So you can refer this Wikipedia page or the second link at the Google which I just opened to find some executable file formats here. It's time to code. So the very first thing that we are going to do is open the folder where your Python file is and press shift and hit right click. Once you do that, you will be able to see open PowerShell window option. Hit click. Once you do that, we are going to install the PyInstaller package. Use pip install command to do the same. Pip install PyInstaller and hit enter. Since I've already got this installed on my system, it says as requirement already satisfied. PyInstaller. PyInstaller bundles a Python application and all its dependencies into a single package. That's the beauty of it. The user can run the packaged app without having to install Python interpreter or any module. PyInstaller will support Python 3.5 or newer versions. You can use it on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. If you wish to know more about it, use the link provided in the description box below to navigate to PyInstaller document. Once a command successfully runs and you've installed the package, let's use it to convert .py to .exe. So use command pyinstaller, a file name that's clock.py, and hit enter. It may take a while. Okay, so now as you can see, we have multiple folders created inside our main folder. Dist folder is the one we are looking for. Once you open it, here's where you find your executable file. Now let's run our application. Here's our digital clock. Now observe a few things here. Once we run our application, a terminal window opened at the back. Next, you can see not so very nice looking icon for our application. Another thing to observe here is this is the file which we actually want. But along with this file, as you can see, we have many other dependencies as well. So here's when flag comes in. So let's discuss some important flags. The very first one we are going to look is -w. So PyInstaller, and next we'll mention flags. That's first is -w. So when you run an executable file, a terminal window was getting open at the back when the executable run. To prevent this from happening, we will use -w flag. Next, -f, capital F. See, when we converted a .py file to .exe file, it's going to come with a lot of dependencies. So, the dependency file will be created along .exe file inside the dist folder. That's the main folder we required. So this flag will basically give you power to bind all the dependencies into a single file. This will actually come in handy. If you wish to share your application to someone, you will want them to give a single file rather than sharing a folder containing exe along with a bunch of dependencies, right? Okay, so let's look at another flag here, -i. This is to change the default icon of your application. One thing to note here is the icon must be in .ico format. That means you'll have to convert any other PNG format to .ico. So I'm going to use convert ICO. I'll provide the link in the description box below. We'll simply have to drag a PNG file here and the icon will appear here once it's generated. So this is the PNG file which I'm using. Also, when we'll use this inside a terminal, we'll need to specify the exact path for the ICO file. So here's our .ico icon file. Let's head back to our terminal. Let's specify the path. Icon.ico. Let me delete what we have done so far. Okay. Now hit enter. Let's run the command. It may take a while. If you wish to use any other website of your choice to perform the conversion of .png to .ico, you can do so. Okay, now let's check a dist folder. As you can see, there's a single application file inside the dist folder. So, we got rid of the bunch of dependencies. Next, you can see that the application has our own logo, not the default one which it was earlier. And the last thing to observe, because we gave -w flag, so no terminal window is getting open at the back. And here's our digital clock. That's it. We are done. So for concluding, when you give -w, -f and -i flags, a new dist folder gets created inside your main folder where your Python script resides, and your executable file gets generated with no terminal window at the back, no separate dependencies files, and your custom icon is created. You will find all the necessary links I used in this video in the description box below. You can find the code at my GitHub repository. Check out my blog for a step-by-step guide. Join my Telegram channel and Discord server. Link is available in the description box below. Connect with me on other social platforms. I would strongly recommend you to watch my other video tutorials on how to create your own Google Chrome extension, web scraping coronavirus data into MS Excel, how to create your own image and audio capture with Python, how to convert an audio file from any PDF file, and many more. If you have any queries or suggestions, feel free to ask. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Press the bell icon so you never miss an update. I'll be back with more such videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.